under 3 years, I'm making enough to survive. And I don't have hundreds of thousands of followers. I just built something that was true.
Yeah.
And trusted the process with a great support system.
All right. Hey, everybody. How you doing? This is Gary, and welcome to another episode of The Riff. And we got a lot to go through today, that's for sure. I'm excited for this one. The Riff, where we talk about that kind of creative thread that is sort of winds its way through different mediums, different disciplines, food, art, music. We're here to talk about that. And we also have our foodie section, which is always kind of fun because even Jeremy and I don't even know what we're eating. So that's a surprise to us. So stick around for that. And that is actually brought to you by mytoronto.ca. And mytoronto.ca is your source for exploring Toronto like a local. And also, we're going to, as we mentioned, the creative thread, we're going to kind of dive a little deeper into that towards the end of the show. So make sure you're tuning in for that kind of conversation. So that'll be interesting as well. Now, I'd like to sort of look to my left here, as I always do. And who do I see? I see Jeremy. Hey,
what's happening, buddy? Yeah, it's a long time no see, right? Yeah.
How you been?
Been like an hour. So yeah, things are great, man. Yeah, really good week this week. We got out to see Goose at the RBC Amphitheater. Now it used to be the Molson Amphitheater.
Yeah, Budweiser Stage,
and 50 other things. Now it's the RBC Amphitheater. Really nice over there, especially if you get a nice day, the food section and all that stuff. It was an absolute ton of fun. We go there. My beef is always bands, though. They have one little section to get a shirt.
Oh, the merchandise stuff.
Yeah, it's like one little tiny thing, and there's huge lineups at it.
Yeah.
And it's like, make it twice the size and sell your stuff. You know, bands have it so hard these days with that. So
true.
I'm always surprised how hard it is to buy a shirt sometimes at those things. Anyway, speaking of shirts, that's why I wore this in honor of Motorhead, because I got to give it to their suppliers. Every old dude I know who has a Motorhead shirt, it's still alive. I've lost like every other concert shirt I've ever had has been gone. They got holes. They got nothing. Look at this thing. It's like it was.
They're still rocking.
It's still happening.
Yeah.
You cannot kill Motorhead. Like
it must be the material or something. Because I find the concert shirts over the years, they just thin out because you wear them so often. They just
made out of
that still looks as if you bought it like last week or something.
Made out of Lemmy's skin. I don't know, man. I'm stunned.
There's something in it from way back when.
It's like you can't kill the thing. Yeah. I've lost it behind a dresser. It's been in a car. It's been all over the place, but it always comes home like a homing beacon.
April fresh, I'm sure.
Anyway, it smells lovely. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough of that nonsense. But
we should get to our guest because we have a lot to talk about, and I'm excited for this one. So all content creators need to watch this episode because our guest, who has started his channel in 2023 after a successful career in big corp insurance, is a viral, full-time creation powerhouse who is mastering the digital space. This Toronto-based storyteller is absolutely crushing the game by seeing in 90-day periods 16 million views from nearly 6 million accounts in under 3 years, driving real-world traffic by partnering with massive global brands such as the Toronto Blue Jays, PlayStation, Nissan, and Chipotle. He has also showcased over 400 restaurants. If you're still not impressed, let's talk some typical content creator stats. Almost 99% of creators fail or quit within the first couple of years. Almost 50% of active creators make less than $10,000 a year. Most struggle with low engagement, but our guest is killing it. His content highlights energetic viral comedy skits dissecting everyday relationship dynamics and his hilarious impersonations of Blue Jays manager John Schneider, whom he's met, complete with fierce umpire arguments and post-game press rants. Also diving into Toronto's food culture with his self-proclaimed meat and carbs loaded diet, from celebrating the perfect fistful of Canadian hickory sticks, hunting the best garlic-loaded chicken shawarmas, to the city's sauce-dripping wings. His highly engaged audience spans across Canada and the U.S., and he's here to chat about the epic content creation journey, the hurdles and the wins. Joining us today is social media's Don't Overthink It, Chip. Chip, welcome to The Riff.
That's probably the best introduction I've ever had in my entire life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
there's a lot going on there.
but that's the best intro I've had in 3 years.
Well,
thank you so much for the kind words.
No, it's you. You've proved it. That's all you.
I got to say one thing before the show starts. The hair diversity in this show.
It's very diverse.
It's crazy to me, and I love it.
We like to bring the diversity in the hair.
To represent.
I just had to say that. Get that out of there.
No problem. And you're talking about my beautiful hair.
Yeah, right? It's just a light.
I just did it this morning, so thank you for noticing.
You know
I appreciate that.
The original concept when we were discussing what to call the show, one of the suggestions was the glare off Gare.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
That was a sort of the B-side title of the show.
we can do a little segment though.
Maybe we could.
Yeah.
Yeah,
love it.
The glare off Gare.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are a bit of a character in terms of what we've seen online. So, how does your reels hold that kind of comedic energy? What were you like as a kid in terms of how did that kind of come around?
Right. As a kid, I would say class clown would definitely define me. I was never smart. I never read a book in my whole life. I don't know how I got through high school, but I did. But yeah, I think the class clown would be me. I wouldn't say I was always the center of attention, but I always tried to make people laugh. I always tried to have a good aura, and my optimism was always either piss people off or made them happy, because I was always just way too optimistic. I was just trying to find the best in every situation. Now I was also a shithead, and I was also, I had, just like any kid, you could be an idiot sometimes, but yeah, I think that's how it got there, and then that translates to my work through trying to do different stuff every day. I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, you can tell you're not putting it on. It seems very natural to be a clown.
Yeah. That's going to be my next skit, and I'm going to tag you guys in that one. Yeah.
Big red nose on him,
Send in the clowns. Now, okay, comedic inspiration. Who do you look up to, in terms of, or even going back then in high school or whatever as a younger guy, who are your inspirations?
I mean, my biggest one is Kevin James. Kevin James is by far my favorite.
He is so nimble for a big dude, man.
And yeah, exactly. I watched The King of Queens. I've seen all 9 seasons at least 40 times.
Really?
I know every episode word for word. And I always used to say when I watched that show, that's me when I get older. That's me when I get older.
Really? So you nailed it down from way back 100%,
when? Because a lot of my mannerisms and a lot of the stuff that I do in my reels now comes from him. Like even sometimes in the show or even in his movies today, you will straight up see him say nothing, but it's the funniest scene ever. Yeah. If you've seen stuff like Paul Blart Mall Cop, those great movies. Some people hate them. I love that kind of stuff, and I think that's what translates into my work. Is mannerisms are so damn important, and he masters that without even saying words. So we really try that, and my girlfriend, business manager, everything and above has mastered the art of finding my mannerisms through the camera. So that really reflects in our content as well.
Did you ever think of like stand up or any of that stuff? Or?
No, I think I would bomb stand up, to be honest. Yeah. I think I would get through like the first minute and then I would just bomb it.
It's the hardest job in the world, I think. I don't know how those guys do it.
Couldn't agree more. When I go to shows, stand up shows, I just, because I've had a lot of people ask, like, you should do, or tell me you should do stand up. I'm just like, I'd much rather write a script and
go attack it.
Oh, God,
is it ever?
Everyone's like, I don't know how you play music. Like, dude, hats off. Those guys have it way harder than musicians.
It's tough.
Like,
especially now, I find like the stand up content is more about, or what comes into the feed is like the heckling.
Yeah, it is.
And you got to be able to kind of manage a crowd, no matter what's coming at you.
Clipping in the art of comedy is how a lot of their like guys like Matt Rife, like those guys got big because of the clipping that they did with their comedy, and that those reels went viral, and that's good for them. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be able to do it. If someone got mad at me on stage, I'd probably start crying. I'm very sensitive. Yeah, very. Yeah.
Okay, so this kind of pointed you towards the social media stuff and creating your own content. Now, how did that come around in terms of, you were working 9 to 5 before, but now you've turned this into a full-time thing, right? Yeah. So explain that.
Yeah, so basically, like, to keep it as short as I can in this section, like I sold home and auto insurance for 10 years. And at the beginning of that, I loved it. And, it was a 6-figure job for the last 8 of the years. It was a great job. I worked from home. I probably worked 3 hours a day, to be honest. But I think what came with that was a lot of negative, a lot of people calling me because of certain things happening, fires, floods, a lot of the rules got stricter. I was dealing with more crap than I was not, and I just started hating it. So I really, and so everything just kind of, went down from there. And then I remember I would see all these people posting stuff on social media, and I was a big consumer of content. It's pretty much what I do is put on a TV show and just scroll reels. And I fell in love with the reels aspect of it. And I remember I was like, you know, I'm gonna do this cool concept where I love sports betting. So I'm gonna get 3 people to make me a sports pick every day, and I'm gonna parlay that and create content around it. And that was my channel at the beginning. So it was just sports content, sports betting, but in a fun way. So I'd make these funny reels around the bets. And then I remember dropping my first video on December 1st, 2023, and everyone was saying that they loved it, and they loved it, and they loved it. And to the point where I went across Canada, just I think a year into my journey, sponsored by Bet99, who I'm still working with. Shout out to them because they took a chance on me at the beginning. And then that cross-country content journey really made me fall in love with creating the content outside of sports betting more than sports betting. So when I got home, I rebranded from my name that I was before to Don't Overthink It Chip, because Don't Overthink It Chip can do any kind of content, not just food, not just travel, not just lifestyle. I can do Don't Overthink It. Let's do this. You know, that's pretty much the story of how it all happened.
I like it. Don't overthink it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Take the action.
Yeah. And I remember when you're probably gonna ask me this, but I'll just tell you anyways. So I remember when I quit my job. Everyone thought I was insane, and I was insane because I was making like probably $500 a month when I quit my job making content. I owned a house. My monthly expenses were like $5,000, and I had a bit of savings, and I had credit. I had a lot of credit, and I went all in, deep in the credit. Screw this, and so I just forced myself. I had no other option. I said, I'm going all in on this.
Good for you.
Yeah.
You took the risk.
Very good.
Thank God I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Desperation creates interesting things, man. Sometimes people are too comfortable.
Absolutely.
Like I always tell that to young people. They're always like, oh, you know, whatever. It's like, you got to put yourself on the line a little bit, because that's what makes you work 8 hours a day or more.
And I will say this, it was a lot easier for me. At the time, I did not have a girlfriend. I did not have kids. I didn't have a family. So I understand that people who do have a family to look after, understand how much harder that would be to do. Right. You can't just give up $120,000, $150,000 a year to go chase a dream. I get it. I do get that. So I'm not sitting here saying, just quit your job. And I know it's easy, because like I had the option to do so. Yeah. Because if I failed, it was only me I was failing. I wasn't failing my kids or my wife. And then when I met Becca, now I have a girlfriend. So I'm like, I want to do better. I want to make more money. And I want to, then, so that we'll get into more of,
so your circumstances led you down that, or you could use that to your advantage then.
100%. I mean, like I said, I didn't have anyone to look after besides failing myself. And I told myself that failing was not going to be an option, because I just had so much good feedback. I'm like, if I can, if all these people are saying I can do it and I think I can do it, I'll just go do it. I'm seeing other people do it.
Yeah.
Why the hell can't I?
So was that the video, like your first video that you put out there, was that the one that kind of made you, hey, this could be something?
That video got 600 views and I think 4 likes. So no.
No. So which one was it? What was
the consistency of it. I promised myself that I was going to put out a video every day.
Okay.
But was there one video that really,
or some sort of point in the time where they just sort of said, this could be something?
Just a slow
I think the first time I got paid.
Okay.
The first time I got paid was by a brand called Garrison Brewing in Nova Scotia. They gave me $200 to come down to try their new beer. So I had to drive 3 hours from home, get a hotel. Yeah. I think I lost like $400 on the deal.
Yeah, I was going to say, you probably blew it on gas.
But I was like, okay, gas and a hotel, and I drank that night. So I definitely lost like $400 that night. I probably made a bet somewhere at the casino.
That credit card just going deeper and deeper.
I'm like, well, I'm not making money, but I was like, if this big brand in Nova Scotia wants to pay me, then the other brands will too. And I think that's the moment that everything turned around, because that was, I think, 3 months into my journey, they offered me to come down. Nova Scotia is small, obviously, a bit of a much smaller creator market, but that's what convinced me. There wasn't a video. I never had a video pop off or go viral, because my content wasn't like that. I wasn't making skits yet. I wasn't relatable yet. I was just doing something a bit different in the sports betting niche. So it wasn't, but I was adding lifestyle content to my content at the time. So yeah.
So the hours that go into this then, right? It looks like, on the surface, it looks as if you're having a lot of fun and all kind of thing, right? Yeah. And it is. You're quite entertaining. Yeah. But there's a lot of behind the curtain stuff that people don't see.
Right.
Do you find it hard to explain it to friends and family, where you have to kind of show them or explain to them, this is serious work, to put this together?
Yeah. At the beginning, it doesn't feel like that, because you're not as serious about it. You're just kind of making videos for fun. But once you start making videos for brands and big companies, restaurants, you want it to be the best work possible, especially if they're paying out of their pocket for you to create something.
Right.
Like on average, I guess I'll just get into that now. Like a day to day. Becca and I wake up at 5:30, 6 a.m. every morning, and she has to answer a bunch of emails because for those who don't know, Becca's my girlfriend and business manager, and she does so much behind the scenes so I can focus on making the content. So she's doing all that while I'm scripting for whatever video I have to make that day, whether it's a skit, whether it's a restaurant. Restaurants aren't scripts, but there's a process to each video that I have to follow so I'm prepared when I get there. So there's that goes into it. Then we usually have 2 videos a day that we have scheduled. So we have to go make those 2 videos. Then we have to come back home and edit those videos, and she has to come back home and do more emails and brand stuff. By the time that's done, we're home by 6 and I'm done editing by 9, 10. It's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a long day.
People really don't understand. It's kind of like we always talk about it like a stair climber.
Yeah.
It's like the minute you stop, you just drop off the back of the thing.
100%.
Because it's like you gotta keep going and going.
Yeah, and we
going.
don't even notice. Like, so we'll do like 12,000 steps in a day without sometimes without even going for a walk, because we're all we're doing is moving.
Yeah.
And so there's an exhaustion there, but the mental exhaustion, because you want to make the most perfect content you can. It plays a role on you, but we've learned how to really master that. I don't know about master, but we've learned how to really cope with it.
Yeah.
Because it does get very tiring. But then these really cool opportunities come up. You know, like last Sunday, the Jays invited us to a suite, so we get to go to this cool suite and we make a video for 30 seconds, and that's
that looked fantastic,
right?
Yeah.
Like little things like that.
Yeah.
So we're so grateful for the opportunities that come with it, and we are even more grateful for the brands that like us enough to.
So for as mentally draining and physically draining it is, you get energized again when you have opportunity to kind of come your way, right?
Yeah, and going to bed at 9 o'clock.
Going to bed at 9,
definitely. This job definitely keeps you out of trouble because you can't.
It's a full commitment.
Yeah.
Really
so
is.
just like the process of a video is idea, research, scripting, shooting, editing, posting, engaging. That's twice a day.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
So, okay, I mentioned some of the stats there for people that are trying to be content creators and what it takes to do that, right? The hours that kind of, go into it, although it looks like fun, do you think that's kind of the reason why most people kind of fade away in terms of just drop out kind of thing, because they don't realize the invisible hours that are needed?
Yeah, that's probably the biggest reason. But what probably happens is they get so excited about it,
right?
And then they'll put so much time and effort into a video, maybe 10 videos over a month, and they get nothing from it. They might get 1,000 views, and so they'll get discouraged. Why am I doing all this work for nothing? If you go back to my videos, I posted a video every day for the first year. So 365 videos I posted every single day, fully edited. At the beginning, it took me hours to edit. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I took a class on TikTok to edit videos. That's how I learned how to edit a video.
Wild.
And it would take me 3 or 4 hours to edit a 1-minute video because I wanted it to be perfect.
Yeah.
But I was getting 1,000 views a video. I didn't give up. I was like, I don't care. Like something good will happen. So I think a lot of newer creators, especially or people who would like to be a creator, they're going to put all this effort into it. They're going to be very excited about it because they're seeing other people do it. And then they're not going to get anything from it right away. Mm-hmm. But it's like starting a business. Some creators might go viral overnight. Great. And you're going to get 30,000 followers overnight. That's, the slow grind are the real people who love you.
That's really rare.
The real people who
that's like winning the lottery. It's like, hey, you got a thing that went like that. Like that's not the common story.
To an extent. It is like winning the lottery to an extent, because a lot of those people are following you from that one video that went viral. Yeah. They don't know who you are yet. They don't know what kind of content you make. Yeah. And a lot of those people will fall off. They're either going to end up finding you boring, or they're not going to like you, or eventually they might love you. But
I've never gone to, when I see a video like that, if I click on their post, it's never their first post.
Correct.
There's always tons of stuff there before it hit that one,
that's
where
correct.
It's like you find that magic formula.
Yeah. And that's what we kind of look for in our world now, is those videos that do really, really well. We're super proud of, because we put so much work in to get to that point.
So what would you advise then, like new up and coming content creators? Like, what would you sort of tell them?
Yeah, I still think I'm an up and coming content creator. So that's my advice. Like you can't give up. Like if you think you have it, who cares what the outside world says? If you think you have it, if you think you're putting out good work, you just keep getting better. Like if you have a full-time job, go home and spend 3 hours a night creating a video, post a video every single day. because you're only going to be as good as your last one.
Yep.
Who cares about if it's a crappy video? Who cares if it's just you ranting to the camera? You have to post every day because there's other people out there posting every single day. You cannot give up. And if you do give up, I mean, you didn't love it as much as you thought you did.
Yep. It's no different than people don't realize too. It's like starting a business. You're technically starting a business.
You are. 100%.
Now, anyone in the world, if I say, hey, I want to start a furniture business or whatever, there's a lot of money outlay that happens before you make penny one.
Exactly.
Like no business that we see behind us here started making profit day one. So a lot of people go, oh, I can't, it's like if you're about to do this, you got to get ready and hunker down and go, there's going to be a lot of lean time before this thing pays one penny.
That's a good point. I think I probably started about minus 75K in the whole, because of my time, right? And I quit my job. So the money I wasn't making from my job, the amount of money I spent traveling to places, hotels, I went across the country, equipment. I probably started about 75,000 in the hole, but I told myself, this is it. This is this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah, well, you invested in yourself. Correct. And that's what it is. It's an investment in yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself enough to do that investment in yourself, then you really shouldn't do it.
You can't.
Wow.
You can't. It's a lot.
That's I know it's a gutsy move. Yeah,
it's a lot to take in, man.
It is.
Like just to be like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not what's the word I'm looking for? Where you kind of put yourself out there.
Transparent, clear.
Yeah. Like this content thing it will mess with your mind if you let it. And I did let it mess with my mind, but now I just don't care. Yeah. I'm just like, I don't care anymore. I just want to go make people laugh. Yep. And like, this video doesn't do well, I don't care, because now we have each other. Me and Beck have each other. We make a lot of funny reels that happen to us right away. We'll get into an argument and we'll be like, that's very relatable. And we'll just laugh and we'll make a reel right away. It'll be the exact same thing that just happened. Genius. And that reel will get 2 million views. It's not a paid video. It's not a branded video, but that's what our followers love, is that realness. Yep. And we translate that realness into, and that's what these brands want. Oh, I saw that reel with you and Becca. Can we do something like that for this quail egg video that we want you to do?
And that's why they trust you to, when you say go to this restaurant, your viewers trust you because you're showing your real self.
Correct. Yeah. That's exactly what we try to do every day.
Yeah. Yeah. And even Becca's part of it now in terms of...
I love it. I love it so much.
The acting part of it.
When I first met her, she's just behind the cameras. But when I first met her, I never thought, she never thought she'd be on camera. And now it's like every week I'm like, so you want to do this one here with me? Or you want to get in on this one? Yeah. And she'll look, let me do my makeup.
Behind the scenes stuff.
It's like you don't want to, it's like you're acting like you don't want to do it. Yeah. The last video got 1 million views. You know you loved it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Stop it.
No. You love it. You know it.
You know you freaking love this.
Because I've watched a couple there where you're both talking.
Yeah, and like a skit, right?
That is couples things. Yep. That's what they do. Yep. That's what they talk about. Correct. And it's funny as hell.
It's great.
Yeah.
I mean, I told her, I'm like, we're gonna be together forever. So I mean, there's gonna be a lot of things that happen that other couples go through the exact same thing.
Oh God, yeah.
Let's make a reel to make them feel better about that. Every couple goes through this. It might help someone. Like, oh, we had that argument last week. Remember, we fought for a week because of it. Well, this couple I just saw this reel. They did the exact same thing and they got over it quickly. So maybe we can do the same.
Look, all the best comedy, all the best music, all the best art is something that people feel because they relate to it. It's like you hear, oh, this guy's having a hard time. Oh, this comedy's funny. I tried my shoes and I fell over. Like, that's funny stuff. That's people don't sense that. They get too clever sometimes. Like,
correct. Yeah, that's the definition of like cringy, right?
Yeah.
I hate that word because so many people abuse it. Like, oh, that's cringy, when it's not. It's just someone trying their best. Like, I do not like abusing that word, but I will say it to Becca a lot. Like, I'm like, is this too cringy? And she'll be the first to tell me if it is. And I think she's told me once that it's too cringy out of all the videos we made. So it's all real. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, for as much great content that you're making and funny and engaging and stuff like that, I've certainly enjoyed it for sure.
Thank you.
What about haters? Do you get any haters? Like, what's going on with that in terms of, does that ever come into the situation?
Yeah, the haters that we get, because our stuff is so family friendly, neutral, non-controversial, they're all just faceless accounts who are trying to rage us. They're trying to get a reaction out of us, maybe so they can screenshot it and make something better. But we are so good at handling that. I mean, there's a certain type of hate on the internet. There's hate that's warranted and there's hate that we get. And someone will just call me fat. Someone will be like, go lose some weight, fatty.
It's just trolls.
Someone will call her fat. And it's just like, okay, like what are you doing here? And it's a faceless account. We're not going to give you the time of day.
Right. Right.
Now there's trolls out there that make Instagram accounts who literally just put out rage baiting content who deserve the hate. Like, yeah, go comment on this guy's post because he's putting the city down. He's putting this person down for no reason. I'll never comment on that person's post, but that's warranted hate. We're never going to have warranted hate because we don't do warranted things to warrant hate. We only promote
You're just trying
happy,
right,
positive, like, so that warranted stuff, sure, whatever. We don't even surround ourselves. We barely even follow people like that. But the hate that we get, we find it funny and it's good. It's good hate. They always say haters are good. Our haters are good. We don't give them the time of day. Usually we'll block them if it's too much. But our followers will light them up.
It's a sign.
Oh, is that right?
It's awesome.
So your followers kind of handle it too as well.
Yeah. Most of the time we don't even handle it. Like we I don't want to say send the dogs, but we don't tell anyone to say anything or comment anything. But we know within an hour if someone comments something crappy on our post, within an hour that person's getting lit up to the point where they're either going to delete their comment or they're just,
That's a credit to you and your following now and what you've developed and the community that you've got.
Yeah, we like to think so, yeah.
It's a sign you're doing something right, honestly, sadly. It's like the more haters you have, actually now you're on to something.
And they're just cowards too. Just faceless cowards.
I feel sorry for them, truthfully. Like when you see it, it's just like, man.
They're just trying to make themselves feel better, fill a void. I don't know what it is. I don't care.
What an awful life. I'd hate to live like that.
Yeah. But I mean, it creates engagement and sends us the algorithm. So hell yeah, keep commenting. Do it. Do it. I dare you.
Insert hate below.
Becca used to protect me. It was so cute. So someone would say something mean about me and she used to reply. And I'm like, I love you so much, but we're not replying to these people.
No.
Like they would say something super mean. Mostly if someone commented about my weight. And I don't think I'm fat, but I'm definitely not skinny. I'm chubby. And then she would just protect me. I'm like, we're not going to do that. I love you very much, but no more replying to these idiots, please.
Right.
Yeah.
It's why waste your time.
Yeah.
It's a waste of time. It really is. Now, with all that kind of success coming, if someone else is starting that kind of creative content, right? At what point in terms of monetization? At what point, or when for you as well? Like, what point is that when does that kind of monetization discussion have to happen?
Sure, I think as soon as you start making any money, like as soon as there's money made. Like if a brand reaches out to you or you reach out to brands, I'll be honest with you guys, and I think every creator should do this, especially if you have good stuff. If you're a smaller creator, 1,000, 2,000 followers, send DMs to 10 businesses every day. When I was starting out, I was sending DMs. When I moved to Toronto, I didn't know anyone here. I had no connections. I was gone for 10 years. So in the content space, I had no connections. Obviously, I had friends and family, but I would send 10 to 20 DMs to different restaurants every single day. I'm like, I'm gonna charge you $250. I'm going to come make the greatest video you've ever had made for you. And my content was good when I moved to Toronto. So I knew that it would be good. And, out of 20 messages, 2 of them would reply. So I'd make $2,000 a week when I moved here on top of the contracts that I had with brands anyways. So I had enough to live and pay for my rent. So as soon as you start making money, as soon as you taste it, that means you have something there. If someone's willing to pay you for your work, that means you have something. That means you cannot stop.
Got it.
100%. If I'm willing to pay you for your work, you certainly are good enough to make content. Go get better. Yep. Go do what you have to get better. Because every single day we're learning. Every single day we're trying to make our content better. How can my B-roll get better? How can these shots get better? Her behind the camera. Most of my content is good because of what she does. She tries to learn. She watches TV shows. She will see something specific and go, I'm going to try that next time. Yeah. We're trying to get better every time. As soon as you taste money, I don't know if that sounds greedy, but as soon as you taste money,
it's a sign.
You know you're good enough to do it.
Right.
Do not stop.
We talked about it with the music stuff I do. It's like if you see a post or something and somebody downloaded a track and then you find out it was somebody it's kind of like, it's like when some stranger or a strange company is like, I want to buy your stuff. I want to do that stuff. That's not a favor anymore. They're not doing that because they like you. They're doing that because your art stands on its own and it's strong. So no, it's not about the actual money. It is, but it's not.
Correct.
It's a signpost to say that keep going. Yes, this is working.
Nailed it. You couldn't have said it better. And the only other thing I'll say is this, and I'm not putting down any of my personal friends or family growing up, but your biggest supporters creating content starting out will be people you do not know.
Yeah.
And that to this day, that still happens. I have people that I grew up with who are very big supporters, but I also have people that I grew up with, and I'm not putting them down. I swear, I don't care. Everyone's busy, but I also have people who have never engaged in my content at all. They see it all.
Yeah,
you know,
it's true, yeah.
and they share everyone else's stuff, but they, for some reason, you're cringy when you're trying something new. You're cringy when you're creating content. You are not, you know, oh, I know this person too well to support this, or they're just jealous. Who knows? But, and again, I don't care. I don't care if they hear this, but I'm not bitching about it. I don't care. I'm just telling you what I've seen. What I've seen is your biggest supporters are people that don't know you, and that's okay. But it's going to take a while. So just trust it. Trust the process. I am the best example, I would say. In under 3 years, I'm making more than I was making in insurance. I don't know if we want that on there, but in under 3 years, I'm making enough to survive. And I don't have hundreds of thousands of followers. I just built something that was true.
Yeah.
And trusted the process with a great support system.
Right.
Yeah. I heard the legendary guitar player, Steve Vai. I always heard him talk, and it was kind of a moment for me that woke me up. And he said, he was talking about all the imposter syndrome, and like a lot of musicians and artists have that. They feel like, I'm doing this stuff, I don't think I'm that good, and blah, blah, blah. You're beating yourself up. Oh, that didn't work, blah, blah, blah. And then he said, one day I was just doing my thing, and then a voice came into my head really loud, and it said, why not me?
Yeah.
Why not me?
That's
because it's like you see other people doing it, and it's like they're successful at it, and it's like, you've always been good at stuff. You've always been the class clown, the whatever. It's like, why not you?
Correct.
Right?
Yeah,
and that
that's
to
so
me
true.
was like, that really flicked a switch for me. I went, yeah, you know what? I think I'm being my own worst fan.
Yeah.
I'm not supporting my own art. And if I don't like my art, how can I possibly expect someone else to like it if I don't? You know?
Yeah. There were days when I wasn't making any money where obviously, like, when I went across Canada in the middle of winter to make a video every day in small towns. 100 videos in 100 days from Nova Scotia to from Nova Scotia to British Columbia.
That must have been fun though.
It was awesome. I went with my dog. Jeep gave me a Jeep, so I drove a Jeep across the country. Bet 99 sponsored it. I had support, but man, like I remember one night I was in Saskatchewan in the middle of winter. It was minus 40, no lights in this town. I was staying at the crappiest motel, and I just remember the video I posted that day got like 500 views. I'm like, what the hell am I doing here?
Right.
Why am I doing this?
Questioning yourself.
Yeah, and then I looked at my dog, and I'm like, okay. All right, you can either fucking pack your shit up and go home, excuse my language, or just kick yourself in the ass and keep going. Someone gave you money to do this. Someone believes in you. The Jeep believes in you. Ben9 believes in you. Go make a fucking great video tomorrow. And I did. And that video got like 10,000 views. At the time, I only had like 4,000 followers. Or no, 8, I don't know. It doesn't matter. But I made a great video the next day. And I remember before dinner, it had 10,000 views. And I was like, okay, let's go. Let's go. Don't stop now, man. Like, so those moments happen. You will get down on yourself. And especially if the people that you feel are supposed to support you does not matter. Oh, what do we got here?
Keep going. Just keep going. I'm listening. We'll get to this in a second. I want to finish.
Is that mac and cheese?
Oh God.
Oh geez. I don't know if I can keep focused now.
I know.
You've lost focus.
No, that was pretty much the end of the rant. Anyways, it's just like there was days, and now the crazy thing is I haven't felt that way in a year and a half. I have not gone out of bed and be like, why am I doing this? I have not gone out of bed pissed or angry. I get out of bed every day so happy. Even if there's nothing booked for like 5 days, I get out of bed so stoked that I get to go get creative.
What a feeling too, eh?
And make content. If I don't have anything booked that day, I'm like, let's go make a hilarious skit. Let's go make some people laugh. Who cares about the money today? Let's go have fun. So yeah, those days will happen, but I guarantee you they stop. They stop once things get good.
Yeah. Well, you have the momentum now.
Yeah.
Right. And especially, I kind of liked what you're saying in terms of how you threw, you cast your nets out there, and you said
20 DMs 20, a day.
Yeah, you sent out 20 things to work with people, and you got 2 back, right? Yeah. That too is kind of enough momentum or enough, inspiration to kind of keep you moving. Someone
believes in you when if a restaurant believes in you when they see that message and they go, yeah, I like your content, I'll pay you $250. That why won't other restaurants? So in my head, I'm like, well, this guy's going to do it, then others will. Right. And I force myself to believe that.
It fuels the next time round. And,
because $250 today is a lot of money, but then was a lot for me, because I didn't have anything else. Right. The $250 today is still a lot, but back then, when I first moved to Toronto, that was a lot of money for me. And I felt something. I'm like, that means I'm good enough to do this here in the city, because I came from Halifax. Yeah. But that means I'm in this big city and someone wants to pay me. Yeah, I'm here. Let's do it.
Yeah. You made it into the big city.
Yeah.
That's
good for you. I like to hear that kind of stuff, because to me, I don't know, it kind of resonates, I think, because what is it? You're being engaging, funny, entertaining. Like I almost kind of see myself and you, not to give him, blow my own horn.
It's always about him. Right?
No, but I'm just saying, like I've kind of felt that way back when too as well. And you're talking about high school and stuff. I loved goofing off in high school and all
Speaking
kind
of
things.
class clown,
I was totally. I wore that.
Oh yeah, I
Wore
proudly.
that.
I wore that.
It's still one of the funniest things ever. So we went to college together at one point for
shit.
graphic design.
What are we talking about now?
This was I died. So we had to do these this thing on a great artist, and you had to do a presentation or whatever. And so he comes up with this idea, and he goes, Jer, I got something. He goes, wait till we do our thing. So our professor really liked the two of us, so he gave us to, like, I got Michael Snow, he got Monet, like, and he's like, and we found out after that he gave them to us because he really wanted it done right.
Yeah.
And so this guy, he comes in with a big like pad and paper on an easel and stuff like that. Yeah. And then he starts, so he's ready for the thing. He turns on the music. So you hear, doom, 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 doom. It's Money, Money by Dilly Idol. So it's going, Money, Money. So it's looping around and around, Money, Money. And his whole thing was a visual eye chart. And he's like flipping it over and he's like doing all this stuff. And then the song, it went on. It was hysterical. I was dying. And then right after, so there's a silence after. He's all panting. He's like,
I'm talking my way through information about Monet, right? And then the music, Monet, 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 come on, Monet, Monet, right? And I'm flipping these papers as if I'm on fire. You know what I mean? Like and it's all kind of like little visual puns that I put in there too as well.
Yeah, it was,
just to keep it entertaining. Because how many of those presentations do we have to watch?
So dry.
Everybody's talking boring stuff, right?
Correct.
So I thought, no way, I'm going to liven mine up.
Yeah.
And then, I'm flipping the pad of paper, the next piece of information with a little drawing, and then the next, right? And then the music stops. I'm at the end of my presentation, and I'm waiting, kind of.
No one claps.
No one claps. First, I don't know how. Someone must have been going to the gym that day, and they had a towel. Someone threw in a towel.
Oh, yeah.
The towel came out, and the teacher.
So Brian Mudd. So let me take it back from this point. So I'm in the audience for this thing. So everyone's killing themselves laughing, and he's up in the front just soaking it all up. He's kind of out of breath. And then there's this silence. And then the teacher's like, of all the things I've ever seen in my life, that was the most disrespectful. Oh, no. And he went on to just like Gary's face, though. Because I was watching, he was all like, hey.
Oh, no.
Like,
totally. Did you fail?
I got thrown to the lions. Oh, I don't know what my mark was.
And afterwards, the teacher was like, I gave you to that stuff because I did not.
You did a hell of a job.
His was better. No, mine was stupid too, but it was not as stupid as his. But he gave the two of us so much shit after. He's like, I gave you two guys that because you were two of the best students, and I wanted those artists represented properly, and you made a mockery of it. Yeah. And it was like, and he was a great teacher too, so he felt.
Yeah, and he would, and the thing is, he would present it in such. He'd go to the galleries and stand in there to show the scale of these beautiful paintings, right? And here I am.
He was such a good teacher. We loved him dearly, so it really broke our heart. When
it broke my heart.
Like,
God, I thought I was doing a good job.
You did a great job.
I loved it for the record.
Did a great job. And you know what story to tell today? So hell yeah.
It was
there you go.
Highly informative.
Yeah. But a towel. Who had a towel that threw in the towel? Like literally. I know you guys are all laughing.
They probably planned that. They're probably like, someone's going to fail today. I'm going to throw this towel at them.
Maybe.
Something I would do in a fun way. If it was a buddy, I'd do that.
Oh my God.
Just to tell the story.
Well, I never did.
No.
As Jonah Hill once said in 21 Jump Street, people don't forget.
No. Not nowadays. Anyway, everything's documented.
Great movie.
All right, we got to move on to this because this is looking delicious and it's smelling really good.
It's mac and cheese.
Tracy, what are we having here today?
Yeah, hey, so my Toronto wanted to dive into Chip's passion and appreciation for carbs and meat.
Yeah.
So we brought in a mac and cheese topped with pulled pork brisket from Smokin' Bones on Baldwin Street.
I love Smokin' Bones. I did a video there.
Oh, did ya?
Yes.
Okay, I was trying not to pull something in your mouth, but that's almost impossible.
No, this is great.
So.
It was like a year ago. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, good.
God.
So dive in. The guys are tasting a brisket smoked low and slow for 14 hours.
This is ridiculous.
Ribboned into the mac and cheese.
I can eat like
cavatappi spirals, smothered in a rich cheese sauce. After the show, we're bringing in 2 more dishes from their smoked menu, definitely the chicken wings. These get a serious special attention outside of typical pub wings. First submerged in a seasoned herb brine for full 2 days, then smoked in a specialized chamber fueled by sugar maple and red oak woods. Finally, they're dusted with a signature dry rub with heavy amounts of smoked paprika, black pepper, garlic powder. served alongside their house barbecue sauce and dill sauce. Also, their beef brisket sandwiches stacked with their 14-hour smoked Angus beef topped with braised cabbage on fresh brioche buns. Smoke and Bones actually slice and plate fresh cuts of meat directly in front of you if you sit at their counter station. So even though Smoke and Bones has been around since 2014, they're somewhat new to the Baldwin Street location. In the quaint Baldwin village that runs between McCall and Spadina, it is one of Toronto's most charming, low-key pedestrian pockets hidden in the heart of downtown. If you haven't cruised down this area of Baldwin Street, it's worth checking out. Back to the Riff table. I'm hearing some good sounds over there. What's going on with the pulled pork, mac,
Chip.
and cheese? Chip, some adjectives.
I'll give it to you first. What do you?
Well, when you haven't eaten all day and then you eat something and it just makes you so much hungrier.
Yeah.
That just happened. Smoke and Bones is a staple on Baldwin now. I know Baldwin has some older restaurants on it. Baldwin Street is one of the best food scenes in the city by a mile.
Is it
I
really?
so
Oh my
agree.
gosh,
Is
yeah.
it ever? Yeah.
It's so underrated. I don't know how. I know Kensington has a great name. There's other spots in the city that have great names for food. But Baldwin Street is epic, and it's split. It actually takes you to Kensington. But Baldwin has a bunch of outdoor patios in the summer with trees just arcing over it.
That patio for Smoke and Bones
Unbelievable.
is absolutely stunning.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
If you can, I'll send you the clip of the video. I did a video.
I would love to see that.
In the
Yeah, I
summer, if
missed
you
that
want to
one.
B-roll it over this, if you can. But the patio is unbelievable. The Smoke and Bones is fantastic.
Yeah, great patio. And how many restaurants would you say is on that strip? Because it's
There's
a short
Michelin-star
little
restaurants
strip,
on that
but it's
strip
just
too.
like
It's insane.
It's not
everyone
soft.
talks about pub crawls. You got to do a
I
foodie
would say
crawl down there.
40. I would say
Wow,
40.
really? I was going to guess
Nowhere,
20,
too.
but I think you're right.
You're walking down these little side streets.
It's nice,
and
too.
all of a sudden, boom! You hit this little. It's almost like a little village.
You get a nice view of the CN Tower there.
Gorgeous.
And in the summer, again, because the street is, Toronto's streets are all older, but because Baldwin has mature trees, in the summer, every patio is just covered with beautiful trees.
Yeah.
And it's oh my gosh. I told her, Becca, that I want to do like a bar hop there one summer day. We've been so busy.
Absolutely.
We haven't been able
It
to.
screams
Yeah,
crawl.
can I come?
Yeah, but like, imagine like an appetizer bar hop where you have one beer and one appetizer from each spot.
Let's
and
do it.
everyone shares one appetizer so you don't get too full. It's like 3 bites like that.
Yeah.
You have a drink and then you carry on.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great video.
Chip.
Let's do
Let's
it.
hang out.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, we're gonna do that.
Wait,
the
Becca's
Riff
here.
on the
Becca,
road,
are
yeah.
you into the crawl?
Let's put on the calendar.
Most definitely.
Becca will never say no to appies and drinks.
The Riff. Yeah, the Riff goes on the road. Yeah.
Never.
Riff and the Chip.
Riff and Chip.
Especially
Yeah.
the appies.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Riff and
All
Chip
right,
bar
good
hop
idea.
on
I like this
on
brainstorming
Baldwin.
food
we can do
stuff.
that. We can
It's
do that.
Riff and Chip bar hop on Baldwin.
Honestly, honestly,
That's
though,
a mouthful. That's
That's
good.
good. Yeah, I like that.
I like that.
that was outstanding. That was
Phenomenal.
one of the nicest. That was one of the best mac and cheese things
Mac
I've
and
ever
cheese,
had. Insane.
I'm no food expert, but I do like a mac and cheese that I don't want to say has a chalky cheese taste. It doesn't taste like chalk, but it's very thick.
Yeah.
And when it cools down a little bit, it gives you that little chalky taste, but it's not. You know what I mean? The texture of chalk.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's really, really good. It's supposed to taste like that because they're the ingredients they use. They have a roux. They do everything the right way. Instead of just throwing noodles and cheese into a pot, they make it with that extra love. Amazing.
Insane. Yeah.
That was good, eh?
You're
What a
not gonna get
great
better than
pick.
that,
Who picked that?
Good, tasty
Oh,
stuff.
that's all Tracy. Though.
Tracy.
Well-
Unbelievable.
I will say I had a different pick, but then Jeremy and I did a bit of a crawl before the Goose concert.
Yeah.
And we hit that place, and I'm like, I didn't tell Jeremy because I like to surprise him. I'm like, I'm so bringing this
Right.
on.
Yeah,
So,
we literally walked through and found it. She'd been there before, but I'd never
I've
seen
been to other
that
places
little
on
section.
that street, but we didn't go into
Yeah,
Smoke
we just literally
Bones.
happened to cross it. We come around the corner. It's like, look at that patio. Oh
Oh my gosh, the patio.
It was
The
amazing.
patio brings you in for sure.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
And they have
I'm
really
so glad you guys
specialty
liked it.
cocktails. Yeah, it's
And
really,
the
really
meat
good.
sweats after. Just like,
Oh yeah. You got it. It's one of those places you can't go there at 4 or 5 p.m. or else you're just gonna go home to bed. That's what if you make a reservation, they're making it for 7 or 8 o'clock. The sun setting is cooler.
Yeah.
Right, you're not gonna be sweating.
You got to factor that in, right?
Yeah, and then by the time you're done, you're like 10 o'clock. Yeah, we can just go lay on my back.
I'm done, yeah.
You really got to time food like that. Like if I'm going to somewhere where I'm not going to be stuffed,
Yeah.
I'll eat at any time. But if I'm going to a barbecue place, I'm not going there at 4.
and then you got to leave.
My day's
enough-
over.
You got to leave enough time for the
My day
tums.
is done. Yeah.
The tums kick in around.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. I
It's
know.
all you got to plan this stuff out, man.
Yeah.
Especially when you're 5'9", 240.
Yeah.
I'm not 240. I don't think I'm 240 yet, but we're getting there.
Don't worry, the camera adds pounds. Don't worry.
yeah.
A couple more
You're a
trips.
slender 200 maybe. Who knows?
Big sweaters help.
Okay, so let's step away from the food, back to the conversation here.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about that kind of thing that we like to talk about here on the show is the creative thread. It's kind of our common theme.
Yeah,
here,
I love
right?
that. Yeah.
And for us, it's kind of like I'd like to ask in terms of what's that kind of high level success doesn't just come by luck, right? There's a lot that goes into it. So there's a creative thread that's shared commonly with standout achievements, right? How do you think that creativity plays a role in anyone's success, but obviously more geared towards you? Yeah.
So I think consistency and originality play the biggest role. And that goes for music. It goes for art. The consistency behind it is, I find, the most important, because it's so hard to be consistent and creative. Those are two very difficult things to do.
Okay.
Because think about it, you can drop a crazy album, right? And then that artist is like, I don't know what the hell to do now for the next 5 years, because that album was so good. So if I drop a really good video, I'm just like, I want to challenge myself to do better. That doesn't necessarily mean my next video has to be better than the last one, but I want that creativity to feel different, not the same. And now when you make content every day, that could be difficult. Thankfully, we haven't specified our niche to one thing. We do everything. We have restaurants that hire us to do skits for their, like, literally a written skit, not go in there and eat their food. They want us to go do a funny skit, like The Office style. Wow. Where there's not even food in the video. You know what I mean? So but that didn't come with luck. That came with me putting out 50 skits for free that I thought of and wrote.
75 grand in debt.
Yes. Those skits came from hard work. Those skits came from creativity that I'd put out every single day. The food videos that we are lucky enough to do every day now, those didn't come with, that wasn't luck. That was me being consistent and creative together. So I think the best advice I can give anyone when it comes to doing this long term is tell yourself that you can be consistent and you can be creative, and you will. Now, ideas are ideas. You can get ideas from anywhere. It's how you deliver those ideas. You can get ideas from ChatGPT, you can get ideas from Google, you can get ideas from your friends. But anyone, it's like someone going on SNL and being like, you didn't write that. I don't care. I delivered the hell out of it. So I want to be able to deliver any idea I can the best way possible every single day.
There's a creativity too, though.
That was good.
Nice.
Yeah, that was good.
Woo!
Drop chills there.
That's
good. I've never answered that question, so that's the first time I've.
There's a creativity involved, though, even in coming like just looking at what you've done in the past and improving on that and continually refining what you're doing or refining what you're doing. I think that's a part of the creativity and what you guys do. That daily grind of having to come up with a thing. Hey, that worked. We should try more of that. We should do more of this, more of that, more of that. There's so many elements to it.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, I think like a good example. I did a video at Dollarama where I was like, it's pinned to my Instagram profile where like I'm addicted to Dollarama. So like I went there and I did it like office style where I'm standing outside Dollarama. I'm like, hi, my name's Chip. I'm addicted to Dollarama, but I had this is my first time I ever did a video like that. So I just went in there and I just did a bunch of crazy B-roll. B-roll is when you put video over top of your voice. I just did a bunch of crazy B-roll in Dollarama where I was like putting pylons down that I found and like pushing my cart around them, or like, smelling soap, trying different stuff. Yeah. And the video went crazy because people related to it so much because, we all know Dollarama, but when that happened and that worked as well as it did, I was like, well, maybe I can do that more, but I didn't want to overdo it. Right. So maybe I'll do that Winners Next 3-4 months later. Maybe I'll do it at somewhere else that people know so well in Canada that could potentially go viral. But there has to be 15 of those ideas in your chamber. There has to be 15 Dollarama videos, all different in your chamber. So that office style Dollarama video, now I need to do something where it's a food video that I deliver a certain way. That's another one in my chamber. Those different styles of videos that do really well, I have to be able to deliver those consistently, but not too much, not where it gets boring.
Repetitive.
Exactly. Yeah. So every time something new works for us, we write that shit down and we make sure that we don't do it too much, but we deliver it the best way we can, whenever we can. Yeah, because you're saying with your answer there with the creative thread, saying how consistency and originality, if you push the consistency too much, you risk being robotic and mechanical, right? And that's what will happen with creators who only have one niche. And that's not to say they're not good creators, but you'll see a lot of creators get 100,000 followers from one specific niche, one specific comedic type, one specific character. And then what? They're not like, I know creators who have 300,000 followers who aren't making any money. Because brands don't care about that anymore. Yeah. They don't care about how many followers you have. They care about what can you deliver? How can you get my message out? How can I get an ROI if I pay you? Like, that's what they care about.
Right.
So they want creators who can be different, unique, and do pretty much anything. Like we did a video this morning. I brought up quail eggs earlier, but a quail egg farm just signed us to do 6 videos, but they only want comedic videos. They don't want me to talk about quail eggs. They want me to incorporate into they want me to do like one where I'm addicted to quail eggs, and like I have to talk about my addiction. Like, so they don't want me to talk about how good they are, why they're good for you, because it's boring.
Right.
They want me to bring my comedic factor into it. And again, that would never have happened if I didn't put out all those videos that I didn't make any money on.
Correct.
So you have to do those things.
You've done the legwork, and now you're kind of reaping the rewards. And now we're reaping the rewards. Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I'm still going to go make those videos. As soon as I think of something in my mind, you should see my notes on my iPhone. It's insane. But they're organized enough to the point where as soon as I think of something in my mind, if a real life situation happens, I got to make a skit about that. I'll write down 3 words. Then I'll go home and I'll write a full skit on it. And when can I film this? Maybe I'll have a day where I don't have anything to shoot in the morning. I'm going to go film that and post it. Whatever happens, happens. I'm not getting paid for it, but that's what you have to do. That's still work.
I find that interesting too as well. Where brands are now kind of bending towards what you're already doing and want that for their advertising and strategy kind of thing, right? Where it's like, you're not even talking about the product right now. You're talking about what you do and the selling the product is the byproduct of it all.
Exactly.
It draws the attention. It gets all that kind of engagement, right?
I think a lot of brands are getting, I don't want to say FOMO or jealous, but not me. I'm just like, let's say a creator does a video for a brand and it does really well. Other brands are looking at that video going, well, we want that, right? We want that attention. So they're going to reach out to that same creator and be like, can you do the same thing for us?
Right.
And that creator's like, well, this is what I do. I'm not really, and this is what we want.
Right.
Like we've had big brands in the city now reach out to us and they're like, we don't even want you to talk about our product. We just want you to come and do a funny skit.
Wow.
Wild.
And get paid the same money. Yes.
That generates. Wow.
Yeah, because that's going to get shared. That's relatable. That's what people want to see. People are so sick and tired of seeing stuff that's just over and over again in your face. I get it. You have good wings. I get it. I get it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Please forgive me if I feel like I'm saying that, because I still do that. It's like I still make content like that. So I'm not saying that's bad, but brands are now shifting to what can we do that's different? That's going to stand out.
Yeah. Well, listen, Chip, I have to look at the time here and go, we have to end this thing.
Oh, do we?
Yes.
That's only 5 minutes.
It goes by so fast.
We're already done. Did I talk too much?
You talked great.
Okay.
You were great.
I'm sorry.
That was fantastic. You did a great job.
There's like 9 questions left. No, I'm kidding.
Don't overthink it, Chip.
Yeah, don't overthink it, man.
Wow. That's
Well, listen, thank you very much.
Can I say one thing before we're done? I just want to give you guys the utmost respect and credit. Please follow this podcast. The amount of effort and work they put into this is insane. Tracy behind the camera has a full studio set up over there. This doesn't happen often. You don't get this much effort. So please follow these. It's right in the heart of Toronto. They care about the city. They love Toronto. They love local. I appreciate you guys so much for having me on. I cannot thank you enough. Becca and I are very grateful.
Oh my goodness. Thanks for the
high five, Jeff.
Oh yeah. High five, Tracy.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for saying that. We appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You've been a great guest. So much appreciated. And I wish you all the success in continuing what you're doing.
Ditto.
You're doing a great job.
I'd be happy to do anything to support you guys. So just name it.
I think a patio is in order.
Oh, yeah. Brainstorm?
I think we should.
Let's do it.
I think that could be a fun night out.
Totally down.
Okay, so to find out more about you or to find where you are, at Don't Overthink It Chip.
Don't overthink it, then like potato chip. Don't overthink it, Chip. That's it. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I don't do YouTube, but all that fun stuff. Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you very much, Chip.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
Appreciate you guys.
Okay.
Man.
Jared, what do you say?
Yeah, that was awesome.
What a guy,
was really
eh?
fun. Tons. And he does look like the Blue Jays guy. 100%.
With the Blue Jays shirt on, too.
Blue Jays shirt. I know, it's great.
That's fantastic.
Now I want to go have a game, but more have a hot dog over there. With Chip.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, that was killer.
Yeah,
great.
Fantastic. And I found out a lot because, creating content, that seems to be obviously it's everywhere. So to learn more about that was kind of interesting.
It's good to hear the backside of that from somebody who's done it, all the hard work. It's a lot more than people think.
Yes.
And as long as you know that going in, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, I think so. And thanks for bringing up a college presentation story that I wasn't expecting. But
there's a bunch
I kind of forgot about, but
there's a bunch of college stories I'm not going to repeat.
Yeah, we don't have, that's a whole different podcast.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
All right. Anything else?
No, dude.
We're all good?
Everything's great.
Okay. Yeah. We're going to end it there. So that's a goodbye from me.
And it's a goodbye from him.